Hey everyone, my name is Mark Nugent and we are live. We'll be discussing some election predictions and get your guys' feedback of what you guys think. But first, roll the intro.
Hey everybody, Hogs Twins here.
Hey, do you live in Irvine, Orange County, California? You better be listening to Mark Nugent.
Yeah, you better be watching Mark Nugent Live for his political updates regarding Orange County, the school board, the city, the county congressional races.
Yeah, he's gonna make Orange County great again.
Yeah.
And we are back. How's everybody doing? So, I'm sitting around getting ready to go to some election parties tonight, and I was thinking, why not just throw the camera on live and see what people have to talk about and see what you guys have to say. So, we got some people logging in. Also, if you're watching this in replay, something cool must have happened, or this must have been a really good show for me to leave it up. So I just wanted to chat with you guys and get your guys' opinions of, the past campaigns, last couple months, and who you guys think's gonna win. We can discuss some of the presidential ballots, some of the down ballot stuff. What do you guys think of the 45th? What do you guys think of some of the other picks as well? I'd like to get your guys' input on it, and also let me know how my sound and video is doing. I have not done a solo broadcast in quite some time, and usually used to be able to talk for hours, so it's kind of a challenge as I'm so used to just interviewing others and asking them questions. However, I think in a few minutes people will log in, as it takes a while, and that's what I usually do when I interview people. I let chance for people to be notified and join the live stream. And to the people that didn't like my live stream with Dr. Ken Williams, oh well, you're the very, very few minority. Most people actually thought he was very impressive. Dr. Ken Williams is a surgeon and a pretty smart and pleasant person as well. If you guys remember, I just did the interview the other night, and then night before last, interviewed Dr. Ken Williams for County Board of Education, which he has also endorsed me for my school board race. And we could talk a little bit about my school board race as well. Let me pull up a screen share so we can look at my website. And any help is appreciated. I have my Facebook up. And if you guys want information about the upcoming election parties, I can put that up as well. But if you guys want to know a little bit about me, it's markforirvine.com. I'm running for school board. So, and there's a lot of stuff going on with that. I just have not talked about much of it because I've been so focused on participating in other campaigns. So let's do a screen share so you guys can see the website if you guys want to learn more about me or donate or help me out. So that's my website, markforirvine.com. So there you go. Yeah, you learn everything we're doing there. Haven't updated the website in a while, but that's pretty much it. Now, a little bit about me. I will say, if you look at this website, one of the things I'm most proud of is this crosswalk. Now, there is, excuse me, there is some history there. So we got a comment. Leanna Fleming says hi, so hi back. Now, the history on this crosswalk is a couple years before I actually went to the school district at my kid's school, and I said, hey, there's some issues. This is a dangerous spot right here. And it's ironically right next to a current school board member's house. So tragically last year, a little kid was hit drug in her car near there. And then the principal tried to go get to the school district and get it done, but they ignored her. But let me back up to when I went to the school district a couple years before. I went to them, put it back on me. I went to them and I said, hey, there's this issue. Can you help me get it done? And they said, oh, That's the city's issue, not ours. It's city property. That was their reaction. Yeah, it's city property that's connected to school property that half the kids cross at every day. And it was obviously a problem for anyone that spent 30 seconds at the school. So I tried to go there. I warned them as a safety expert. And I said, hey, this is just common sense, even not as a safety expert. Hey, let's get this done. And a lot of parents were with me. They didn't want to do it. And tragically, we had a little kid hit. Then even then, they just blew off the principal. I found out about it. I talked to the people and the parents, like, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna get it done. And I want to. And then so people thought, oh, he's not gonna get it done. Well, I got it done. That crosswalk right there, you can go drive by it, see it. It's right there today. That was when it was under construction just a few months ago. I would like to stress how easy it was to get this crosswalk done. I did nothing special. I'm just a parent that made one phone call and then a follow-up email to the school board, which they ignored. One phone call. That's all it took. The city, Mr. Tran at the transportation department over there for the city, he was amazing. Our city is awesome. They fixed it in 4 weeks. They're like, yeah, we agree. That thanks for letting us know. That was the city's response. That easy. And I just made a phone call. It was one of those things that people say, oh, I wish people would take care. Do something about that. Well, I did. I made a phone call. That was that simple. So we got a comment from Catherine Ann Elizabeth, who is an awesome person, by the way, and a school teacher in Irvine. And she says, vote right, vote Raths. And I wish I had queued up the commercial that I could tell you some of my predictions. Now, we can talk about some of the predictions. I wish I had the ballot in front of me, but I took so much time prepping everything. I put all these lights and the soundboard, stuff that you guys don't see. It takes forever to set up. So here are some predictions for the primary. Obviously, Trump will be the nominee for the Republicans. How about that? The Democrats is between Biden and Bernie at this point, and all the other backroom deals to maneuver themselves. For the 45th congressional, I do believe it's most likely going to be Greg Rath's going to be winning. It's really between him and Don Sedgwick at this point. However, digging into it and having inside information, I think it's highly likely it's going to go to Greg Rath's for multiple reasons. And I saw this early on. Knowing Greg, he's first off, he's retired, so he has tons of time. He retired from the military, so he's there. The other candidates, they'll have little kids. His kids are adults that have been helping him on the campaign, or the other ones have had to, take care of their families. That's just common sense. He's going to have more time. He's done 4, 5, 6 events every day for like a year. I knew his name years and years ago before he even knew who I was. So you just take that into account, and the sheer, name ID, personality, and the perseverance, and that I think is an indicator for success. Yeah, other people got tons of money. I had people a year ago after, let me back up. So after the Don Wagner campaign 12 months ago, I had a bunch of volunteers calling me. So I went and talked to some leadership and had a meeting. I said, hey, I got all these volunteers that want to volunteer for the 45th congressional district race. They're excited. Don Wagner just won like a week ago. They want to get back to work because everyone had a ton of fun on the Don Wagner campaign. And I was told, no, we're not going to do anything. We're going to let it sort itself out. And in that, they were saying, oh, Lisa Sparks, she's going to have so much money. You got to watch out for her. I'll be honest. She's going to be second to last place. Last will probably be Rhonda. Second to last is probably Lisa. Maybe Chris Gonzalez after that. And then it's going to be Peggy and Sedgwick are going to be neck and neck, and then probably Greg on top. That's how I think it's going to sort out. I could be wrong, but we'll find out later this evening. So in about 3 hours, we're going to find out. And after I'm done here, I'm going to get dressed and put my suit and tie on. I'm going to go see Don Wagner. Before I give the information about Don Wagner's event, I'm going to say thank you to Catherine Ann Elizabeth for thanking me about that. The crosswalk, and it brings tears to my eyes. My son says, thank you, Dad, for taking care of that and making sure me and my kids are safe. Or sorry, him and his friends are safe. So that meant a lot to me. And every time I drive by it, it reminds me of something I did good for the community. And that feels really good. And anyway, and it's just sad what happened to that one family. And luckily, the kids survived. So we won't go too much into that. However, if my son isn't, if he comes out of the room, he's sitting there playing those toys. I would like you to hear his honest opinion about coolness factor of candidates for the 45th congressional district. Recently, I was posting on Katie Porter's page, something about Greg or something, and or I posted a video and it was on my page, something about a video on Greg, and it was a pretty cool video. And Greg was walking out and putting his sunglasses on. It was some rock music, and someone says, "Oh, he's not cool." Now, if the Katie Porter campaign is going to make this about coolness factor, you're dead wrong. A jet fighter pilot is like the coolness factor. It beats socialist professor, Batgirl every time. Nothing personal. It's just cooler. It is a jet fighter pilot off of a deck of a carrier in the middle of the ocean fighting the bad guys. That's like every little boy's dream. They want a race car driver, jet fighter pilot, or maybe a fireman. That's our dream. That's cool. If you want to make up a policy or something, sure. But as far as the coolness factor, jet fighter pilot, I mean, I'm 41. I still think that's cool as hell that he did that. So anyway, we're going to show you Don Wagner's event. He put this out publicly. I just want to put this up so you guys, if you guys want to go to it, let me just scoot over here. Wrong way. So there you go. So tonight he put this out on his page. I will be there. It's no secret I'm one of Don Wagner's commissioners, and I support him 110%. So I'm going to be seeing Don, take a selfie with Don and say, hey, good job, because he's going to win tonight. I predict Don Wagner will win by 2 points. That's my prediction. He'll win by 2 points, maybe 5. But there is a chance I could be wrong. It could be a bigger win than that. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Oh, there's a comment from Cheryl. Putting too many graphics on the screen. So, and Catherine Ann, Cheryl actually supports me. So thank you, Cheryl, for putting the yard sign out and everything else. I'm excited for this primary to be over so we can focus on the school board election, which it may turn into a slate. I thought I was going to run with one of the conservatives on the school board, but that didn't work out. They engaged in some illegal behavior, which will come out soon. Believe it or not, it's boggles my mind that they did that. But I've already talked to 4 lawyers, so we'll see how it goes. That's awesome. Voted wraths. So someone actually was putting down other candidates today, and I kind of tried to correct them. They were saying bad things about Peggy as a person, and I disagreed. Peggy, who is a good person, actually said in a debate that if she was going to vote for somebody, and it was not herself, that was the question, she said she would vote and support Greg, and then gave him a big hug on stage. So that's awesome that all of our candidates will get behind the one that wins this primary tonight, and we'll all work together. So I really appreciate that. So actually, I don't think I'm awesome. I think you're awesome, Catherine. Being a school teacher, that is hard work. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to work for the benefit of the teachers. I really like some of the teachers I have met in IUSD, and my kid's principal. I absolutely love that person. All of them are really awesome. I disagree with how they're being treated at the higher level. I think teachers and the unclassified lower staff are left out in the cold, and money's being wasted where it could be used for the classrooms and the teachers. My opinion is happy teachers, happy kids. I want my kid's teacher to be so happy. I want him to be worried about their 401, nothing. So as this campaign progresses, I don't want anyone to think that I'm against any teacher. That could not be more wrong. Support all teachers, the unclassified staff. I'm going to work for you guys. Initially, you're going to be thinking, what's this going on? But yeah, I'm going to have to clean out the house and cut some of the waste at the district and cut the fat off. Why does every senior official have 3 secretaries? It's like insane. And school teachers and staff have to pay their own money to help the kids? No. One of the most important people are the teachers and the parents. And of course, the unclassified staff that are around our kids. We want those people to be the happiest ever. Do you really want a depressed employee around your kid all day? I don't. And guess what? I actually have kids in the school district. My little boy is in the 4th grade. I actually have a dog in this fight. It always questioned why people want to stay on a school board for years and years and years after the kids get out of school, especially a guy. This is weird. So anyway, we got some other comments. Michelle Gall. Michelle, you were killing us with the questions last night. You were asking Greg some hard ones. I'm like, I'm trying. The whole point is to help our candidates, whoever comes on the live stream and interview. Also, there was some discussion online. Katie Porter posted and I posted, hey, when are we going to do a debate? Because it's likely it's going to be over tonight. We're going to know that it's most likely Greg that's going to have to fight it out with Katie Porter. And I said, hey, let's do a live stream debate anytime you want. And to make it fair, because people will think I'm biased, we'll get someone from her campaign and me, and we'll host some debates throughout the next so many months so the voters can see both candidates. Or is Katie Porter going to do Mimi and just not show up? Because what Katie Porter would do is she would challenge Mimi Walters to all these debates. And then, of course, when Mimi Walters wouldn't show up, she'd criticize and advertise it everywhere, which was a good strategy. Unfortunately, the same strategy is going to be used on her. Now, I don't think Katie Porter is going to show up. From my professional observations, she only likes to go to events where she's in control. So Catherine Ann Elizabeth is hand clapped. And I actually met Catherine Ann Elizabeth for the first time yesterday. It was really awesome meeting you. And I really want my son to come out to say hi. Let me turn off the mic real quick and yell at him. Maverick, come here. Okay, put the mic on. Come say hi. Come say hi. Go ahead. Here, let's ask you a question, non-scripted. Come on.
What?
Let's ask a question.
Okay.
So, get it close to the mic. Let's hi to everybody. So, what's cooler? College professor or a jet fighter pilot?
Definitely the jet fighter pilot.
See? Every little boy's dream would be an astronaut or a firefighter or jet fighter pilot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? You can say, there's some school teachers watching. Okay. You want to go play with your friends?
Yeah.
Make sure to close the door. All right. So there you have it. Polling numbers show today among 10-year-old boys, jet fighter pilots are way cooler than socialist college professors. Yep. So go Raths. Okay, so Linda Naylor says, vote Raths 45 and Marriott 49. Races will not be called till the end of canvassing a vote period unless candidate gets 50% plus one vote of the vote. That is what I was told this past Saturday at the SAROV. That is true. However, if there's a certain percentage, the way the percentages go, they could statistically predict a winner fairly accurately. If it's too close to call, then we have to wait. Matter of fact, okay, I've got 45 minutes I can stay on, and then I have to get off and go get ready for the for Don Wagner's event. And man, I wish I would have put up the commercials now because I don't want you guys to have to wait. Usually I prep everything. So is there any more comments? I don't have what other predictions are there? Diane Dixon for the 68th state assembly race. I predict Steve Choi will win that one for the primary. For the Republican side, he'll limp across the finish line and probably win by 1 or 2 points in November against Melissa Fox. She presumably will be the Democrat candidate. Let's see, for the 74th, that is between Kelly Ernby and Diane Dixon. Kelly Ernby started off the race with a lot of people saying she's going to lose big time, all that stuff. And then now it ended up with, wow, Kelly worked really hard, so it's not so easy to call. It's going to be close. Kelly Ernby will likely get elected to Central Committee. See that clear as day happening along with Ben Chapman because he's top of the ballot, and I think Mike Posey might get it as well. For the 73rd, that's between Bill Breaux, Ed Sachs, and Lori Davies. I don't know Bill Breaux, never met the guy, and I've never met Ed Sachs. However, I did meet Lori Davies the other day and had a chance to sit down with her for about an hour and a half doing a live stream. Really nice person. A lot of people say it still might go to Bill Breaux, which will complicate things as he is the incumbent. But as you know, there's much controversy behind that race, and you guys can Google that. I'm not going to go into it because I'm just not into the nuanced details enough to speak too much about it. But we've all heard tons of rumors of what's going on with that race. And I'll just leave that right there. So we've only got like so many people, not that many watching. I don't, Jesus. So, okay, Linda Naylor says this. This is good. Okay. So you are so right about Porter going to events where she's in control. In 2018, I was John Kelly's campaign manager. I went to a Porter event in incognito. Walter's campaign called me and asked to ask targeted questions. So yeah, I don't see Katie Porter. I see her falling trap to the same. She's not doing town halls. I mean, yeah, there's the traditional town hall where she gets control of everything, but everything's live now. 2018, people were still getting used to the idea of live streaming. Now everything is live. And if all of her opponents and AOC, Tulsi Gabbard, we've got members of Congress that do live stream, you're not going to be able to escape it. You have to welcome technology. I do know it is it's a bit of a phobia for a lot of people. And for some reason, I'm totally comfortable public speaking in this format. And a lot of people are, but some politicians have actually confided in me that this terrifies them. And maybe it's a fear that they'll have to be asked a hard question in real time. I don't know. And here we go. Add on, Porter would not take my questions. No, she wouldn't. She screens all the questions. Remember, she's a teacher. She's very well spoken when she's the only one talking. And she does, if you notice, she never allows like questions from the audience. It's always, puts the questions in and she reads it. And it's not like anyone answers it. There's no big screen to show the question. Like I would be okay with that if they put them all in there and then, they put them up on the big screen. But no, she'll sit there and be like, oh, this one is already answered, or just read off whatever. You don't know what you're reading off of, right? I mean, I could write a piece of paper and it's like, the question is, trust me on this. Are you bald, Mark? No, I'm not. A little self-deprecating humor. That was just a little bit of a callback to Dr. Ken Williams' interview a couple nights ago when he opened talking about he's a hair restoration surgeon. So I'm like, is that a jab at me, doctor? And it was a good laugh because he's actually telling me he used to be very bald when he started in that field, and now he's got a full head of hair. He looks fairly young for his age. And I thought it was pretty amazing that he was able to do that, but I'm totally okay with how I look. I don't need that. Linda says, exactly, the event I went to at Porter was advertised as a town hall. Yeah, it's a very controlled town hall. Excuse me, I don't mean to drink too much, but I need some caffeine to get through these. I used to be able to just power through these and talk and have 10 talking points in my head of time and just go and teach classes. And I don't have a teleprompter. It's just all off of memory, or maybe have a little bit of a script in front of me, which I did not have time to prep. In the future, I will have a teleprompter, so I'll have more concise live streams. If you know me and you know some of the things I've been doing behind the scenes, stay tuned. It's going to be a very exciting school board race. A little nothing race in Trustee Area 5 and Trustee Area 1. It's going to be huge. Also, I'm going to be supporting Betty Carroll for school board, as she is the only one of the school board members who has children, the school-age kids. I don't know how old they are, but from what I saw, I think they're about the same age as my son. So I'm going to support the only parent on the school board. So I want to put that out there. Betty is a good person. I ask you to support her. She's running for Trustee Area 3, which is over by Turtle Rock area. Awesome. Linda Naylor says, and I went to Liberal UCI. Julie's like, hi, Mark. Hey, Julie, how are you doing? It's good to see you again. Last time I actually saw you was at election night 2018. Oh, and that was a bad night. Never again on election night am I going to have a party. I'm just going to stay at home, and see how it goes. And then we'll have a victory party after. I do suspect that it'll be a slam dunk. We'll blow it out this year. Now, that is a long explanation as to why I will win. But, I have outworked my opponents. I've outmaneuvered them. I got support, so much support, and it's going to be good. So how do you think Marriott is faring? Is this primary it for him because there are only two candidates? Most likely, if there's only two candidates, he'll probably go to the general election. I do believe that it doesn't matter if they get 51%. I don't know, maybe someone can answer that. The county board supervisors, that's 100% over today. Also with Dr. Ken Williams, whoever gets 50% and 1 vote gets it. So Dr. Ken Williams, OC Board of Education, and Don Wagner's will both be decided today. Now, as far as Brian Marriott, I have not dug in deep. I'm not behind the scenes on that. I think I've met him only one time. Now, but when it comes to the 45th or Irvine and the county stuff, I have a lot of background there, and you guys don't see that. I'm usually involved 8 to 12 hours a day in all this stuff. The live stream stuff is maybe like 5% of what I do and what we're supporting. So I couldn't give you a really good prediction on that, but the rumors that I've heard is Brian Marriott will win that, and he'll sweep that one. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just looking at our local stuff. So it'll be Dr. Ken Williams, because Andrew Thornburn, he couldn't get the job that I have, which was interesting. So I don't want to answer it. I don't want to answer that. Who am I endorsing? Well, I can dual endorse. You can do that. Endorse like 2 or 3 candidates. How about this? I'll say some nice things about some candidates. Ben Chapman. Greg is cool as hell. He is cool. You heard my son 5 minutes ago tell you guys, and maybe I'll have him come back on and tell you what he thinks about a jet fighter pilot. So coolness factor, 100% goes to Greg Ratz. Now, Peggy's also a good friend, and she is a good person. You want to talk on the camera again? No, come on. You can tell him. Okay. And also, she does a lot of work, a lot of good things. So, good thing about her. Lisa Sparks, I've only talked to once for 30 seconds, so I couldn't tell you anything about that. Don Sedgwick, I don't really know him very well either. I've met him a couple times. He always says hello, shakes my hand, and that's about it. However, looking at campaigns, looking at an aggregate, looking mathematically, totally, and a gut feeling because I know the numbers of the door knocking, and I know when a candidate is BSing, because my volunteers are out there. My campaign team is out working right now. Actually, I think they're not walking today. So we get a good feel. When a candidate is lying through their teeth and they said they've hit so many houses, we know, we have a good idea because we'll see them. When I walked in city council race, we saw Katie Porter's walkers. I personally saw them 5 different times as I walked 500 miles through Irvine for our city council race. My son's got his costume. He's got a surprise for you. I met them 5 different times. I saw Mimi Walters' people 0 times. So you get a feeling as you're out there in the community walking around. Okay. Take on Morlock. Well, he will 100% win the primary today, and then he's going to face off with Foley or Dave Min. Dave Min, I met him one time. I've never met Katrina Foley. Katrina Foley, I understand, likes to be very controlling. That's what I've been told. I have never met her, but based on my interactions with Facebook, I would say that, she likes to control things. David Min, I don't know. I didn't get anything out of him when we talked last time. He said he'd met me before, and I'm that's it. So I don't know. Now, I don't think I would agree with his policies, but Morlock, to Derek, I think he'll probably win. A lot of strengths about him, and also he's very tall. Believe it or not, I know it sounds kind of juvenile, but tall candidates tend to get elected. They poll very high. I don't, maybe it's some primitive thing that we want a really strong person. And that goes for the males anyway. As far as a female candidate, you can be a very strong female candidate, and you don't have to be tall. Like Amy Fan West. She is extremely a strong candidate, and if she wins the primary tonight, my prediction is she's going to be extremely, extremely famous. Stephen Baldwin, the famous Hollywood actor, has already endorsed her. So Ben Chapman says, I volunteer for Morlock. We need to reelect him. Well, I see a win for him. All right, so my son wants to come here and say something. Come on, buddy. Come on.
I got a surprise.
Yeah, come on. Come on from the camera. They can't see you. You gotta put the microphone up close.
Yeah, hello? I'm FN2187.
Okay, so what's your take? Jet fighter pilot versus everybody else?
Definitely the TIE fighter pilot.
The TIE fighter pilot. You know what's interesting? Oh, you took a picture with Greg with this uniform on, right? Yeah. Awesome. And also, I predict Ben Chapman will win Central Committee. You good? Okay, he's good. All right. So the TIE Fighter. So apparently there's a TIE Fighter running for the 45th Congressional District. So Greg has some competition to another pilot. Anyway. And the other day I actually introed for Don Wagner at an event. It was an honor for me. What if I could pull up the speech? I'll read it to you. I'll do that because Don Wagner is a pretty good guy, but he's a really awesome guy. Someone just texted me, would you please, I'll have to do that if you're watching. I'll share the video. All right, so let me get the speech I said for Don Wagner the other day. Here we go. So this was just the other day, and I want to talk a little bit about Don. Hold on, let me get his picture up. So this is tonight for Don Wagner, and I predict a win for him. Okay, cool. I'll just go over here. So I had the chance to intro him the other day, and I hadn't seen him in a while, and he didn't know I was going to intro him. So I will. All right, one thing from Ben. I want to get these comments as they come across. Thank you for endorsement, Mark. Can't wait to knock on doors. It wasn't an endorsement. It was a prediction. So anyway, this was the intro the other day, and it was a bit of a surprise. And they kind of ruined it because I was standing right next to Don Wagner. When they said, okay, Mark, this is the old Don, you're going to be up next. They had some famous actors speaking at this event Saturday evening. And they said, Mark, you're going to intro Don, right? And I was like, you're not supposed to say anything. And then he looks over at me. He's like, it's a good intro, right? And I was like, yes, sir, it's a good intro. So here's the intro. And I said, hello, my name is Mark Nugent. I'm a county commissioner for Supervisor Don Wagner, and it is an honor to intro him tonight. We all know of Don Wagner's vast professional accomplishments, but I want to talk about something more personal. Who he is and what he does for others. To me, he is a man who gives others chances, gives people opportunities, and lifts them up for a better life. He did that for me as I was and am still adjusting to civilian life in the military when he gave me a chance, which I greatly appreciate, and it changed my life for the better. On top of being a consummate professional, Don Wagner is a good person. Most importantly, he's fun to be around. And please join me for a round of applause for Supervisor Don Wagner. Sorry, somebody just walked in the room. So, all right, so that was for Don Wagner. Anyway, join Don Wagner tonight. And also, I fully endorse voting for Don Wagner. Oh, man. Well, thank you, A.W. Moss. I haven't done this in a long time, and next time I'll eventually get a script, and I'll have a teleprompter that's like directly in front of the camera, so I can just sit here and read things to you. Right now, it's all off the top of my head. And yes, I know I have a pimple up there, by the way. I was hoping that would go away. I know we're going to do a ton of photos tonight. And I'll throw the thing up there tonight. So go ahead and vote for Don Wagner and show up to the victory party tonight. I'm sorry to the candidates running. I just don't see a win in it for you. I see Don winning. I'd say 2 to 5 points he wins by. He's an incumbent. He's open Irvine Lake. I just always hear good things about him. And we have a stormtrooper. Who do you want to win? Oh, you want to talk, buddy? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got to talk on the microphone, though. All right, let him get around here. You want to talk on the microphone?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Okay, so.
Okay, talk anything. Vote for Don Wagner. How about that? You like him? He's always nice to us, huh? You haven't seen him in a while, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else do you want to win? Okay. Well,
Fighter pilot.
TIE Fighter pilot. Okay, so Maverick is officially, and yes, his name, it really is Maverick. So Maverick is endorsing the jet fighter pilot. Who would have figured with a name like Maverick, who he would be introducing? Now, Derek Hood says at least 3 points over Aiken. I'd say 2 to 5 points. How about this? As you guys are chatting with me, text your friends, vote for Don, and vote for your favorite congressional candidate. But Dawn's race has to be won today, and along with Dr. Ken Williams. I know Dr. Ken Williams has been smeared a lot, and I wanted to talk about his opponent. I usually don't go negative, but I just wanted some facts. He was this guy just seems obsessed with power, and those of us that are military, someone that obsessed with power shouldn't be in charge. He was so toxic, couldn't give a county commissioner position. I heard that the county not only said no, but hell no. Even with his $100 million, they didn't care. So I thought that was rather interesting that happened. And then next week I got the call to be a county commissioner. I was like, oh, thanks, awesome. And then I got sworn in last June. There's pictures on the internet. You can see when Don Wagner swore me in. And so that's been pretty interesting, getting to see how that commission works and all that stuff. But I won't get too much into it. It'll bore you guys. Anyway, who else was on the ballot? I think that's most of the major stuff. Now we can go on to the major one thing everybody's watching, the presidential elections. I'm looking at the so far delegates declared. I'll let you guys see a screenshot. So this is what I'm looking at right now on the Democrat side. I know there's tons of pundits doing this all over the place, and I never really talk about federal issues, but here we are. I just Googled it. There you are. It looks like Joe Biden, they're going to steal the Bernie thing. They're going to steal it again. Buttigieg, he jumped out. Amy Klobuchar jumped out. And that's most likely they had some backroom deal to get him into, some cabinet position, because Mayor Pete is going to be dead in the water. He couldn't even win a state election in Indiana. So if he doesn't get some kind of cabinet position in the administration, his career is over forever. And then you got Elizabeth Warren. If Elizabeth Warren was ever the nominee, the polling predicted Greg would win by a mile over Porter, because Elizabeth Warren is so hated in this district, and Katie Porter has attached herself to the hip. And that's what early polling showed. Can't share where I was told that from. And then Mini Mike over there. You can see Mini Mike right here. He's still staying in. Tulsi Gabbard, coincidentally, I actually kind of know her through the military connection. I don't know her well, but it's just had to have some contact with her a while back for some soldiers issues. So let's go back to camera. Okay, Maverick, did you want to see? Okay, so Maverick, the stormtrooper next to me. Derek Hood says, last night, like I said, we need a good leader in the 45th. This is an important race next to the county supervisor seat. I agree with you, and you guys should all look forward to a presidential visit. May or June timeframe, that's all the information I know. It is open information that the president has promised that he will come out here and raise money. Also, I fully speculate that Jamie Dimon, the billionaire, will probably be helping, as Katie Porter got a little big in her bitches and embarrassed him and brought him in front of Congress and berated him in front of the entire country, in which the mainstream media then played everywhere. And she bragged about it on social media. And when you treat people like that and treat them so horribly, they're going to react. And he has resources. He's got billions and billions of dollars. I mean, I can't speak for Jamie Dimon. I'm not him. But I would assume that he's not too happy with Miss Porter. And he might, never know, he might throw $50, $60 million over to the winner of the 45th Congressional District tonight. I have heard many rumors that, no, it's okay. He can be in the back. I don't mind. My wife is like trying to get my son out of here, but I don't mind it at all. I suspect excuse me, let me back up. So I heard lots of rumors of a lot of people saying that they were going to be maxing out to the winner of tonight. They kind of wanted to wait till the primary is fought out. And I do see all the candidates rallying behind the winner tonight, as they've promised. And surprisingly, there has been no negative attacks. All the candidates have been civil. And like one of them said, after the primary, the fangs are going to come out. They've been nice. And I believe that the candidates have been nice. But after tonight, you're going to see the fangs come out, and it's going to get really exciting. It's also going to get exciting in my school board race, believe it or not. I got threatened by some of the school district board people, they are doing some pretty devious things to me. I haven't really been talking about, but I went and made a speech to them, and I laid out how they failed to keep kids safe by failing to even get a crosswalk done, even, when they were told by the school and after somebody was seriously hurt. And, I made sure to explain that they're very much out of touch. And if about the crosswalk, is this one on your screen. Very proud of that. We were able to get that done for the school. So if anyone wants to know what I do for schools or what I do for my kids, I'll just point. I got that done because I was willing to make a phone call that the school district was too lazy to make, even after kids got literally ran over. It's so sad. And so we're going to see more of that. Now that I'm the subject, one of the first things I'm going to do when elected is to, contact all the principals of all the schools and say, hey, let us know where your trouble spots are around the schools. Some schools are fine. Some schools are like, yeah, we need a crosswalk here, a road improvement here. Then we're going to wrap up the information and email it to the city and say, hey, Mr. Tran, here are the trouble spots with photos and description of each spot. Can you please fix this? And I know the city, they're going to say, it's like they did before. Sure, we'll fix that. Thumbs up. Awesome. Too easy. So that's one of the things I'm going to do. Again, my background's 20 years, U.S. Army, military, police, captain, commander, anti-terrorism officer, and security advisor in the Pacific region, which I did lots of safety and security planning. I say anti-terrorism, that was in a planning function for military bases, schools, hospitals. Counterterrorism is something totally different. That's like Navy SEALs, Delta, that's going out and killing the bad guys. Anti-terrorism is the planning function for base operations, physical security, things that are actually very valuable, or skill set that's very valuable for, say, a school district or a city, to being a safety planner. So that we'll see more of that. I'm not sure if I got to this question, but we'll go ahead and throw it up there. Bernie is going to get screwed by the DNC again. History is repeating itself all over again. I'll be honest, Bernie scares me a lot more than Biden. Joe Biden presidency does not scare me. Bernie, yeah, he's definitely be very scary as president. To the point. They're not going to let Bernie get it. It's kind of obvious. They're going to stack the deck. They're going to job him, whatever it is you say. So you can already see the polls right here. You can look sorry, pull it over. Yeah, Biden's in the lead. He's got 162 delegates promised. However, there's some information that a 2 out of 3 chance that it's going to go to an open convention, and it's going to be between these top 2 people right here. So it's going to be exciting to see. And I usually don't talk about it because, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And we have tons and tons of people already talking about the federal election. So why should I have to talk about it? Because I rather talk about what's going on locally and affects us. And the time is 5:43 p.m. I'll go for another couple minutes. If you guys want to have some comments, go ahead and hit me up. And do find it interesting. I think I'm getting throttled. If you guys haven't noticed, I keep going viral. And that takes a lot of hard work. While we go live, we have to share it. And Facebook, most of the time, they require you to pay for advertising. And if you pay just a few dollars, then your stuff will go, from your page will go crazy viral. But to be able to do that in real time is very difficult. And where the value comes from what I do is to put candidates sitting next to me so they can answer questions from the audience direct in real time. Now, I don't believe Katie Porter will ever do that, but it's going to be exciting to see what happens. I have kind of put a comment out there, to the staff, and probably after tonight, probably the next month or so, we'll give an official invitation to her campaign to sit down and have a debate between the 2 candidates. And only fair that we will offer to have one of her campaign members help me moderate it. And I do believe that we'll probably, get to that point, but I don't think she's going to show up. If she does it, I bet it's going to be rules like we can't take questions from online. So whatever, we'll see how it goes. But I just think that she's going to act like Mimi Walters and skip all the debates and don't do any real town halls. That's what I see. So we'll see. And it's going to be an awesome year. And I'm going to try to keep positive. I told the school board, after I was threatened that, I'm not going to kowtow to their threats. It's going to get exciting. And, I told them one time in the debate in 2016, I told them when I was 21 years old, I had to say goodbye to a crying wife, throw a rifle over my shoulder, and literally get on an airplane, to go to a combat zone in a place never heard of to fight for people I didn't know. What do you think I'm going to do for my own family, friends, and my community? You know, this time, I don't have to go to war. I just have to win a tiny election to keep my kids safe, to get those crosswalks done. That's all I got to do to get this done. Keep our little ones safe. And we do have school board members that don't have any kids on the school district, and some of them don't even know how screenshots work. So that's a little inside jab in case they watch, because I know they do. So anyway, guys, nobody's commenting, and that's what feeds this. You're supposed to comment back and have a nice discussion. Honey, you have any questions? Family? No? They got cheese pizza over there. They're like, nope, we're good, doing good. And actually, my living room is right here, other side of the camera. And yes, our Christmas tree is still up. And well, my wife's like, don't talk about it, but she does such a beautiful job decorating. We just really liked it. So we'll be changing the decor up pretty soon. I've been super busy with everything going on. I hadn't had the chance to help out and change over for the next holiday. Derek Hood, I've been contributing. That's what he says. LOL. Well, I appreciate that, Derek. I really do. Everyone is out voting. Yes. And I do believe I'll try to get back to more of these just one-on-one talks. I know this is how I built up my audience in the first place, and this is how most people know me. And when I do the interviews with these candidates, it tends to be, 80 to 90% them talking. But, I'm giving them a voice they don't have. And a lot of them are very, very scared of this. And usually when they do it, they actually enjoy it. Dr. Ken Williams enjoyed it. Lori Davies, Greg Rass obviously likes going on. Peggy Wong, Mike Munzing, Christina Shea's been on. Don Wagner, Loretta Sanchez never did. All the opponents never did. So thanks for all you do. Well, thank you, Julie, for your support. And you and Lori hopefully will support me going into this next election. I know Lori has a little one, not going to say his name, but I hope he's doing well. Because it's my son's classmate or former classmate, and they were in Cub Scouts together. So we're gonna keep them safe and do what's right. He said Ben is right. I'm off to vote. Remember, vote right, vote. Nah. Here, I'm gonna play you guys a commercial real quick. How about that? I'll play you guys a commercial. Here, vote right. You know what?
I just finished an event here with Don Wagner, who's running for supervisor here in the 3rd District in Orange County. We need to get Don elected, but also on that same day, vote for Greg Rass, 45th Congressional District. If you live in Michelle Steele's district, vote for her. And also Kelly Ernby. I'm Greg Rass, running for the 45th Congressional District. Remember, vote right, vote Rass.
My name is Ben Chapman. I'm running for OC GOP Central Committee in the 74th Assembly District. I'm supporting Colonel Greg Rass, who's running for Congress in the 45th Congressional District. I'm asking all of you to vote for the Colonel, vote by March 3rd, and remember, vote right, vote Rass.
Hello everybody, Greg Rass, running for Congress, 45th Congressional District. I'm in Irvine tonight at a Kelly Ernby rally. She's running for Assembly District 74. I'm running for 45th. Remember, vote right, vote Rass.
Okay, and during that, my wife's like, they can't hear me, right? Well, they can now because we're back. That was just a few commercials that Greg put out. No, the candidates sent me the commercials, so they don't get them played. Now, I just needed a break also to talk. Damn, I forgot what I was going to talk about. See, that's what happens when you have a script, and I'm trying to stay 10 talking points ahead and stay lively, trying to pump coffee into my veins and get me all wired so I can talk fast like I usually do. And if you guys know me, that's kind of me. So Ben Chapman. Oh, I was gonna say something good too. Totally forgot. Damn it. Anyway, vote for Don Wagner. Vote for the 45th. If you like jet fighter pilots, I guess, because that's kind of cool. And also vote for Dr. Ken Williams, Don Wagner. Their race is 100% over tonight. And then we've got a bunch more races in Irvine coming up. That's going to be really exciting. I was going to say, I need a candidate to run with me. I have one identified. She is a perfect candidate. She's a mom. She's got kids in the school district and lives in Trustee Area 1, which, of course, I did not load up my screen to show you guys. But next time I'll do a video and show you guys what Trustee Area 1 is. Trustee Area 135 are up in 2020. So we need someone for number 1. I'm running number 5. And Betty Carroll, I encourage you to vote for her if she's even opposed. So Betty, we'll be supporting Betty Carroll for school board, myself for Area 5, and then we have an identified candidate, but she has to check with her work. There's a little bit of a conflict there. So once that's identified, we will be supporting her. However, some of the people behind the scenes kind of know who that is already, and person is a very good pick. So if you have kids in the school district and you live in Trustee Area 1 and you're interested in running for school board, please let me know. There is an entire network. We will help you. Preferably someone that actually has kids in the school district, as I'm going up against a guy who doesn't even have kids in the school district. It's kind of weird why you'd want to stay on school board without kids in the school district, but hey, that's the rules, right? And then the other person for Trustee Area 1 does not have kids in the school district or in school at all. And then Betty, she is a parent of little kids like I am, and we do support her and my campaign resources and all of our donors and everything. So I think, I covered everything. Hey, honey, is there any predictions you want to talk about the elections? Wife's like, no, I'm done. She just got back from work. She's like, no, I'm good. Also, make sure you guys are staying. She's a nurse, so we can talk about the coronavirus. We've been prepping, or she's been prepping. So make sure you wash your hands and all that. We actually did a live stream with my wife like a couple years back, and it was about keto diet because she is super healthy and looking good, and she wanted to share that. And actually, it was quite popular. People would rather talk to her. They didn't want to talk to me. So something I've accomplished I'm most proud of, this right here. When people ask what I'm going to do for the schools, what have I done for the schools, I'm going to point at this crosswalk right here that the school district was too lazy to do. I want to stress how easy it was for me to get this crosswalk for that school. Like, it was literally one phone call. A phone call the IUSD board was too lazy to make to the city. One phone call. They wouldn't even help the principal. They ignored the principal even after they were asking for help after the little kid was run over. I told them 2 years prior that this is a dangerous spot. You need to fix it. And they blew me off. And unfortunately, the worst did happen. And even after that, they didn't do anything. That's the horrible part. I mean, it's one thing to be reactive, but then after, a little kid, it was really, it's tough to talk about, but I was there when the helicopter came in, and it was so sad. I have not been so close to a helicopter since the Army. And again, I'm very proud that we got this done. I was sitting there talking to the principal, and she was telling me and my wife about this crosswalk issue at the school. And I said, I got this. I looked her right in the eye. I said, no, I'm going to take care of it. And she was like, that's a nice gesture, Mr. Nugent. And I could tell she thought I wasn't going to get it done. But again, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know what I do every day. But that didn't really matter because it wasn't that hard to do. I mean, literally one phone call to the city. And they were like, yeah, we'll take care of it, man. I was like, you guys are great. They're like, thanks for letting us know. That's it. So to answer your question, Ben, I'm very proud of that. And I wanted to talk to every principal around the school district and find out what their trouble areas are, identify them, and send them to the city. As we evolve as a community, things change, and has to be assessments and reassessments of risk and safety. The other day, I was at the Safe Community Task Force meeting for the city, and IPD gave a report, and they said, yes, first and foremost, crime is low, 100%. Crime's low for our city. Things are great. However, traffic injuries are way up. And this is information from our local police department. And everyone, we don't think about it. The most dangerous thing that we do is driving our cars across the street and people texting and driving and running stop signs, hitting kids. That's that's very dangerous. Yeah, it's not, technically not a crime, it's an accident, right? But if your kid's killed crossing the street versus getting shot, your kid's still getting hurt, and it's an issue. So we cannot eliminate all risk, but we can reduce it by properly assessing the risk areas in the morning. And that's a very dangerous area during morning drop-off. Every time in the morning, I always worry there's kids running everywhere, they're not looking, and the drivers texting, and it's just a mess in the mornings. So we have to really dig into that and make sure that we work with all the schools and assist them and their safety needs. That's a huge priority, and it's being ignored. I mean, proof. I got that done, so I'm very proud of that. And I'm going to remind people. And I really enjoyed giving a speech to the school board the other day. In fact, when I called them out on this, and one of the school board members lives across the street from this. And I told them, I said, let this be a reminder for the IUSD's failure to protect our kids, failure to make a single phone call that I had to make. And I had nothing special that got that crosswalk done other than I just cared and made the phone call. Some parents that came up to me like, oh my God, they think I did amazing things. And I'm like, no, I just made a phone call. I asked nicely. And they're just like, sure. So why not take an assessment across the district and find out what areas we can decongest and maybe help the traffic as well. And knowing the behind the scenes issues, there is some bad blood from the school district there. They're a little bitter and angry from whatever happened 20, 30, 50 years ago, where I will vouch for the city council. They're pretty awesome. Our city council, even the ones I disagree with sometimes, they're very open. You can talk to them. They'll talk to you. The school board, no, their go-to is ignoring you. So anyway, Ben Chapman says, thanks for the prediction. Local update heading into city council meeting. See you this evening, my brother. I'll see you there. I'm going to probably turn this off in the next 3-5 minutes. I got to go get dressed and head over to Don Wagner's event. If you guys want to see the Wagner event, here it is right here. This is public. So I'll be showing up about 7. And then from there, I will go to another party to go congratulate the winner of the 45th Congressional District so I can take a selfie with them. Hold on. Let me imitate myself later on. Wait, hold on. Son's laughing. I'll be like this. Well, there you go. Like this with the winners. And I'll be posting it tonight. 100% guarantee it. And we will be there most likely live streaming January 2021 because I see the seat flipping back. So see you tonight, Michelle. And it's going to be an exciting year. It's just, this is getting funner and funner as I go along. Can you live stream? What do you mean, Natasha? Live stream tonight? It's going to be possibly, I might live stream from my cell phone, the speech, if my cell phone works to get reception. What you don't see here is I have a laptop, I have a soundboard, I have these giant lights, I have the high-end microphones. So this mobile studio I have that, of course, is picking up that nice pimple on my head is quite cumbersome. All right, let me put okay, I can listen to myself pretty good. And I don't have to hear my son, he's watching something funny apparently. And then I can hear what you guys are hearing. So yes, tonight. Okay, if everything goes very, very, very well, and I can get some speech from whoever wins, sure, I'll live stream it from my phone. Jade says, see you tonight. Which party? I mean, there's I've been invited to 6 parties. I feel like it's just, happiness in the air right now. And I think a lot of people know that a lot of this election tonight is going to go the right direction. So my question to Jade as she types it out with the delay is, what party are you going to? Unfortunately, I was invited to Dr. Ken Williams' victory party tonight, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. One I'm not going to go to is one in Newport. So I'm going to go see Don Wagner's. So there's his right here. Boom. I'll be there tonight about 7 to see if I can go say hi to him early before he gets crowded and everyone trying to congratulate him for his likely win tonight. Remember, 2 to 5 points, Don, that's what you're going to win by. And then everything is going to be much better and do lots of great things. And thank you for getting the Irvine Lake and everything else that you do. So Natasha says, thank you. So yeah, send me a message. Maybe I'll try to throw the camera up when they're doing a speech. I'll try to preload it. It might just be Facebook only because right now we're live streaming to multiple channels. live streaming to, Facebook, my personal, my professional, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, all those channels, where if it's on your phone, it's the interface isn't that great with restreaming to do multiple platforms, which the software that I have, but but Facebook works pretty good. So let's see what else. All right. And there's one thing you guys don't know, I don't realize, it tells me who is watching. So hi to everyone that's watching. Yes, we're running a slate, and yes, we're gonna win. And what's funny is the same people that mock me and say, "Oh, nobody watches your live streams," are the same people I see watching. So, hey Maverick, you want to talk real quick? You want to talk real quick on camera? Let's have some more fun real quick. No, you just come over here real quick. Say who's cooler, socialist college professor or jet fighter pilot? Come on. Come on. This is my son, and yes, I actually do have kids that go to school. That actually go to the school district. So, want to talk about anything? Okay, they can't hear you with the helmet on, buddy.
I'm sure they can.
No, you can't. No, this microphone needs to be 3 to 5 inches away.
Oh!
Yeah, so you have to get right up on it. So get close to it. And say who is cooler, Maverick? Jet fighter pilot or socialist communist professor? Right, clear. You look good too. Talk.
Jet fighter pilot, obviously.
You have to say closer.
Jet fighter pilot, obviously.
Obviously.
Like, obviously!
Yeah, remember when you met Greg for the first time? You were showing me, you were showing me a jet fighter. You're like, "Look, Dad, it's breaking the sound barrier." And then I'm like, we're about to meet a jet fighter pilot for real, and we took the photo. So, anything else? You want to talk about your school? Because someone's watching from the school district right now. You want to say about anything about your school? How about this? You want to tell them about the crosswalk? You happy about that? No, it only picks up 3 to 5 inches, buddy. No, you got to.
No.
You want to get your phone and show them
No.
What do you want to show them? Okay, go ahead. I don't know what he's gonna do. Gotta get close.
What do you guys think?
Oh, he wants to point the microphone to see your opinion. Oh, okay. Oh, we got it like that. Like, here you go. He wants to make it like okay. No, put it back up. It's just blocking the view. He wants to make it like an interview, like on the street. That's what it is.
No. It's a joke.
Okay. You want to show him a video of a jet fighter pilot breaking the sound barrier?
Yeah.
Go get your phone. Go get your phone. You could hold it up.
I think we should put on the screen.
It would take a while to upload it. It wouldn't work. It doesn't work that way. If you get your phone, you can hold it up to the screen.
No, since
If we
there's a screen there, right?
If we prepped it ahead of time, we could have, but not now. So usually I get everything prepped ahead of time. Hey, Maverick, get your phone and show him. So he's going to get his phone, and he's going to show you what it looks like when a jet fighter breaks a sound barrier. And Maverick, you did know that he used to land planes in an aircraft carrier? That's like way harder at night. Yeah, that scares. That sounds scary. I'm glad. So anyway, back to the software. It tells me who's watching, so it's hilarious. One time I was live streaming in 2018, and Carrie O'Malley, who's running for city council against me, she didn't know that I could see who's watching. And I usually used to greet people as they would come in the live stream. And I said, "Hi, Carrie O'Malley." And she like dropped her phone, like in the water or something, because she thought I could see her. Okay, so what is it? Hold up the camera. Let's see.
Okay, just put it up to
Okay, you
there.
want to press play?
I think you can see it.
Press play. Oh, your phone screen. Okay. All right, so Maverick, what do you want to say to them? Want to say vote right, vote whatever? Yeah. You can say the slogan. Go ahead. You want to say the slogan?
Okay.
Maverick's going to outro us. Well, no, you got to say it right up to the microphone without the helmet on. They can't hear you with the helmet on. So, come on. No, come, just Maverick. See, I'm not scripted. This is me and my son for real. Maverick, you don't understand. They can't hear you with that helmet on. Okay,
can.
sing up to the microphone. Go ahead. Come on.
Okay.
You got like a bunch of people watching. Up close. You're close. Okay, go ahead. Speak.
Okay. Vote right, vote rats.
All right, well, there you have it. There's my son's endorsement. He's like, yes, I got it. That's awesome. All right, guys, I better get going. So thank you for hanging out and talking to me for an hour. I think it's been fun. I'll try to get more of these, and I promise I'll get a teleprompter so I can read the news or be charismatic and concise and look right into the camera. And he wants to show another costume, so go ahead, buddy. No, hop in. It's okay. Just if you're going to talk, you have to talk close. All right. And next up on Mark Nugent Live is Fred Whitaker, OC chair of the GOP, and also Mike Posey. And I suspect also Christina Shea will be on shortly after that, and we will get a lineup of guests. Also, as presumably, we will have Greg Raths talk about his victory and how things went for the last 12 months for him, and what's next in the months coming leading up to the general election. So Natasha Hansen has something. And also, I want to thank all the other candidates that ran for the 45th and worked so hard. And I'm glad you guys kept it clean, and I'm glad that you guys have agreed to support the winner. So we will talk tonight, 2 hours, in exactly 2 hours. It's 8:05 p.m. We will have presumably a winner for the 45th Congressional District, and it's going to get exciting. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it for the next, 9, how many months it is, 7 months, whatever it is. So that's that. Any other last words, any last comments, please type them up. Just now my caffeine is kicking in, so I'm getting all excited and talking fast. But it's going to be exciting with the school district race, and we will crank that up, and with very exciting with the donors. And my campaign's been stagnant, but I rest assured we're going to win, and it's going to be awesome this year, and we're going to fix the schools, I assure you. And even if my rivals steal my ideas, which they have before, it's for a good cause. And if they listen to me, things will go better. So even if they do steal my ideas, I'm okay with that. I've told them in speech, steal my talking points, steal my ideas, because at the end, we're going to get more of this, things like this, that everyone is happy with safer schools and a happier community. And then there's a lot of other detailed things we're going to go into: how to save money, how to reduce stress and anxiety in the community with new policies that also save money, and we can increase teachers' pay and salaries of the unclassified. I'll leave you with the last thing on that one is I used to actually manage a federal budget as a commanding officer, and it's not rocket science. It's fairly easy. All right, guys. While I'm out of here, I'm going to play my outro from the Hodge Twins. That was pretty awesome. They did this video for me. So I will see you guys. Say vote right.
Vote rats.
You got to come and scream it. They didn't hear you. So vote right.
Vote rats.
You got to do it again. Okay, vote right.
Fine. Vote rats.
There you go. So I didn't endorse anybody, for the record. My son did. All right, take care, guys.
Hey everybody, Hodge Twins here.
Hey, do you live in Irvine, Orange County, California? You better be listening to Mark Nugent.
Yeah, you better be watching Mark Nugent Live for his political updates regarding Orange County, the school board, the city, the county congressional races.
Yeah, he's gonna make Orange County great again.
Yeah.